Opening up the UFC 319 main card, we have Tim Elliott taking on Kai Asakura. Tim Elliott, 20-13 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is coming after a very long, almost 2-year layoff, taking on Kai Asakura, 21-5 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is looking for his first ever UFC win. Tim Elliott, as we all know, the definition of grit and grind. Also, a little bit of a voyeur, according to his Twitter. He constantly coming forward. He makes every fight dirty. He makes every fight ugly. He puts a ton of pressure on people, a lot of volume. He stays in your face the entire time. Striking's not technical, but it doesn't matter. He makes up for it with pressure. He's got takedowns right behind almost every punch that he throws. He's got good submissions. He is coming off that submission win over Sumiderji, but that was almost 2 full years ago, taking on Kai Asakura. Kai Asakura, prior to UFC, was a 135-pounder. Then they brought him in because the flyweight division of the UFC was pretty weak. So they literally had to look elsewhere to find somebody to come in here and fight Pantoja. So they went out, they got Kai Asakura. He was doing well in his promotion. He's a big guy. He's got good, powerful striking. He's lightning fast. He's got good gas. He puts himself into harm's way to try to find the finish. He's mobile. He's a hard guy to corner. Unfortunately, the biggest question coming into the UFC was, what's his takedown defense look like? And then we found out, it's not great. And Pantoja took him down 3 times and ultimately submitted him. And my question here, and maybe this take is as horrific as you people thought that my take on Steve Erceg was. But what the hell has Kai Asakura done to be a 3-1 favorite? What has he done? They brought him over, and then he immediately gets taken down a couple times and gets submitted. And anybody who's going to come in here and talk about what he's done outside of the UFC, like, oh, he did this, and he beat Manel Kopp in a different promotion 9 years ago, those are the same. This motherfucker just did it. See? Those are the same people that when we get to the Aaron Pico fight are going to say, I don't trust Bellator fighters. I can't pick Aaron Pico. But you're going to trust not even a Bellator fighter here. And I understand he's good. I broke him down. I said he's dangerous. He's got good hands. He's got good striking. I just don't know if the takedown defense is quite where it needs to be. I'm going to go ahead and pick Tim Elliott. I wish 2 things. 1, that Tim Elliott had fought more recently than 20 months ago. And 2, that he didn't go through all that shit on his wedding night. And now he seems to have bounced back quite nicely. But I wish Tim Elliott was a little more active. I know he's old. But if he's just going to come forward and grind, he's not somebody that's just getting flash knocked out. He's not some chinny dude. So if he's going to come forward and grind and he can get a few takedowns against Kai, Tim Elliott could be our man. I'm picking Tim Elliott here. I think he can get it done. Am I going to spend a bunch of money on him? Probably not. But I just can't. 3-1 favorite for a guy that we just watched not be able to defend takedowns. What do you think, Jacob? Is that a horrible take?
I didn't really listen. Dana White promises change to fighter pay after $7.7 billion UFC Paramount deal. Quote, the low-hanging fruit, that's easy to answer. The bonuses are obviously going up. I think he explains a little bit more after the Contender Series in a press conference. So
remember when he raised the bonuses because people at the press conferences were like, it's UFC 300, do 300K. And then they went to London and it was the worst fight card we ever saw. And he was like, don't ever ask me for bigger bonuses again. It's 50 grand forever. Spiteful.
Yeah, I think I was a part of that. I think he saw my tweets. I think he saw my video.
Video did well.
Yeah, obviously Kai came in against Pantoja and didn't look great, but he had his moments. He landed some nice knees, some decent striking. He actually showed some okay get-up game, and that's fucking Pantoja. Tim Elliott's not fucking Pantoja. Is he similar in the way he fights as far as just ruthless aggression, has grappling, all that stuff? Of course. But the reason why he's minus 300 is because this guy is not fucking Pantoja. I like Tim Elliott. He's a fun guy to watch. If he comes in and gets a takedown and gets a submission win, it's not going to be the craziest thing in the world. But Kai Asakura was preparing for Pantoja. He looked okay against Pantoja. Obviously, he got caught up in the takedown, got submitted. Fucking Pantoja is running through fucking everybody. So Kai Asakura, he's going to be way better on the feet. Tim Elliott with all that hodgy-podgy movement is probably going to get caught by something at some point. We'll see if he can tough it out and get a takedown. But Asakura, I know it's fucking Pantoja. People want to shit on him for losing Pantoja. I can't say enough. It's fucking Pantoja. So this is Tim Elliott. It should be a little bit different. I like him at range. And I don't think Tim Elliott is going to go all in on just kind of hold this guy. He's a showman as well. pay-per-view, main card. He's going to want to try and strike, and he's probably going to pay the price. But he's a tough dude. I'm taking Kai.
Yeah, listen, and my railroading on Steve Erceg was Steve Erceg's not good, and here's all the reasons why. My Kai Asakura piece, I'm not saying Kai's not good. At no point did I say Kai's not good. I said we haven't seen him be able to defend takedowns when he needs to, and this guy's good at takedowns.
He got up and away against Pantoja.
Yeah, but then ultimately he got taken down 3 times and subbed. Listen, I'm not shitting on
because he kept getting up. This is not Pantoja.
I think Kai is a very good striker, and he's obviously a good fighter who's amassed a decent record. I'm just, until I see it against real competition, I can't go 3-1. I got to see it against real competition. And I know people keep pointing out Manel Kopp. Dude, that was so long ago. And Manel was having some success in that fight. So we're split here. $7,000 in DraftKings Fantasy for Tim Elliott. I mean, this is an affordable card, so you don't need big, dramatic underdogs. But Tim Elliott plus 3.5 might be something that I look at. DraftKings Fantasy, maybe a shot or two at Tim. If he gets a couple of takedowns, has some success, he can certainly win a round, maybe 2. Kai could potentially slow down. He's a big dude to be cutting down to 125. I don't know what that cardio is going to look like. The 125 fight against Pantoja didn't really go long enough to see what the cardio would be. So lots of questions here. It is an interesting fight. I'm looking forward to it. I absolutely despise the 20-month layoff, but if you need a tiebreaker here, check out what BetSam thinks, what Artem thinks. We have an artificial intelligence that just 2 cards ago went 11-1. I don't remember what it did last week, but the artificial intelligence uses historical data, runs it through whatever the hell. It's a neural net, and it makes its decisions based solely off of data. It does not have betting odds. Check that out. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Couple of super chatterooskies. Ale New York, $4.99. 2 goat emojis. We appreciate you, Ale. Quint says, let's not overthink it, Angelo. Honestly, I'd argue I'm not thinking enough. I'm doing caveman logic. Man see Kai taken down. Tim has takedowns. Tim takedown Kai. I mean, that's boom, boom, boom. I'm too simple here. Appreciate the super chat. Big Maple Bets MMA. Gents, open invite to our next UFC pool. 3,000 average purse ran by a very familiar name. DM me if you want details. Let's go, DDP. I don't know what a UFC pool is, but we appreciate the invite. And you can't DM on YouTube. I assume same username elsewhere.
You used to be able to.
I know. When did they eliminate that? Like 10
ago.
years ago or something, right? Yeah. Ale New York again, $1.99. Angelo comparing Elliott with Murphy. No, I was comparing the logic people are using because if you check out half the comments, I'm never trusting a Bellator fighter. I'm not trusting anybody outside the UFC. And they're talking about Patchy Mix and Aaron Pico and all these other things, but then Kai's going to win.
RDR's with where Kai was, and he looks pretty good.
1FC, yep. Giant freak, too.